How's it going, everyone? I'm Jeff with ResumeChecker. I just launched this web app last night, actually, ResumeChecker.co. And I wanted to check out the competition even before I decided to start building this. I wanted to look at the competition and say, what am I dealing with? How are people using AI to check their resumes, to analyze them, to get their foot in the door, get some interviews for jobs? And I tried one today, actually. That was a recent app that came out, and it was a resume analyzer. And it took me 15 minutes to get through one resume, which I think is insane because you're supposed to be optimizing the process so you're not wasting all this time. 15 minutes, I could change my own resume without having to go through all these hoops that it made me go through. So 15 minutes to change a resume that I could have done myself seemed very stupid. I always say it takes 20 to 30 seconds with Resume Checker. Honestly, it's more like 15. If you go to resumechecker.co, you can watch
To analyze a
video right here. But this takes a minute 12 seconds, and this is while explaining everything. Go to the dashboard, press this button. So that's while explaining everything. But that's not what today's video about. Today's video is about I found a horrible resume. And to be honest, I just looked at the formatting and said I need to try to use this with my app and see what my app does. The text is like overlapping. I don't know if that's going to mess up my app. I haven't ran it through it yet, so you're going to get my live reaction. I assume my app will not be able to parse it correctly. So we'll see. I don't think it will. I thought it was a real resume at first. I literally looked at it and said, this is a horrible resume that someone actually probably submitted. But then I realized the name is alcoholic and it's at unemployed.com as the email. Now, I don't know if they just changed the name to something funny and the email to something funny, but clearly this is not a real person. So just get that out of the way. But here's the app. If you go to dashboard, I already have bad resume uploaded, but all you do is you choose your resume here. It uploads it as your resume so that if you want to click upload new resume, you can click the bad resume from this upload page. You can also click enhance from this dashboard page. So we're going to click enhance, and wow, I'm actually surprised. I promise on everything, on my family, on everything, I did not expect it to parse. I did not expect it to be able to be like this, which is awesome. That's actually really cool. I'm not BSing. I swear. So what would this person apply for? Sales? Is this person, they actually did sales? Yeah, they actually did sales. Okay. So it didn't make up stuff. It actually looks kind of clean a little bit. So sales job near me. So if you take the resume and let's say you just highlight this entire thing and paste it, and this is what I mean by quick. You just want to find a job, paste it. I'm going to click analyze right there. So what it's going to do is AI is going to look over the resume, compare it to the job description, and give you a resume score. And it's not as much 55 out of 100. That's probably more generous than I would have given it. And then the job match score is actually something a little bit different. When you put an industry in there, it'll take the industry and it'll take the job description and it'll say things like, hey, you're missing the qualifications. Whereas the resume score is just like, how does your resume look? How is it formatted? All that sort of thing. So job match score will be able to tell you if you select an industry, exactly what, and let's actually do that. Let's go here. Let's go sales. Because imagine how quick this could be. If you're just finding jobs, like lists of jobs, and you're just copying and pasting the job descriptions, and then you come in here and you have AI analyze it. A new feature we added today is the cover letter. We'll generate a cover letter in a second. But AI is going to give us suggestions. It's going to give us like 7 or 8 suggestions or like 6 suggestions, something like that. Somewhere around that ballpark. This editor, so I'm going to change the name from alcoholic because that is not a real name. And when you edit this on the direct editor, it shows up on the preview. You can delete sections here. You can add sections, add a position, add education, add duration, stuff like that. If you click calculate when it has an industry like sales, and see it's saying 4.5 out of 5. So this person isn't missing any, if you're applying for a legal field position, it's like if you need your law degree, it'll say, this person doesn't have their law degree, they didn't take the bar exam. It'll say stuff like that, and it'll give it a low rank, like, hey, don't even apply for this job, which I think is important, especially if you're trying to do this quick. Like a lot of people just want to spend as little time on this because it's annoying applying for jobs. They want to spend as little time, but they want to maximize their efforts. They want a job, they want to apply, they want to get a good job. Anyways, okay. So what you're gonna do is this: I am hardworking, fast learning individual who get the job done. I am a team player. If we generate AI summary here, it's gonna give us a whole new thing. I'm a highly motivated sales professional with a proven track record in expanding territory of sales. Like, it's taking the resume, it's not hallucinating anything. It's taking all of this resume data and it's giving you something that you can work with there. So if you go to the preview, now we have professional summary on there. The resume is starting to actually look pretty decent. Instead of increased regional sales, drove a significant increase in regional sales through strategic planning and execution, blah, blah, blah. Obviously this resume is not the best to do this, but you can apply those suggestions, and it added points to the resume score. It already shows the job match score is high, and I'm honestly surprised. I promise again that I did not look this up before I did this video, so I'm actually surprised in how this is looking, because if someone was actually applying for this job and they put this resume and it looked like this, I think they would have a chance to honestly get the job. Then you can go to the cover letter. You can generate cover letter, and it's going to give you just a standard simple design with his name on it, hiring manager. So you can download the cover letter right there, and you can download the PDF of the resume right there. So let's look at the resume and the letter. So here's the cover letter. Looks clean. I'm excited about the sales representative rental service role, blah blah blah. Let's see if it did anything wrong here. Proud of, I managed to double sales per. That's honestly a great cover letter. We might have alcoholic. We should tell him, if he's literally still employed with his fake name and email, that he should apply for this position. And here's the other section of it. Here's the resume. And I actually think this is a decent resume. Just to show you the difference between an absolutely horrible, you got to remember how awful this resume looked. So from that to that, and the cover letter, we'll take that. Al will take that. So this person, this is I believe another fake resume, but this one is more believable. It's not a fake name. It's not an alcoholic kind of thing. They have honors awards, skills, these positions. They're accountant assistant. So let's look up accounting jobs near me. Accounts payable accountant. So we're gonna copy this and we're just gonna paste here, and we're gonna put finance and banking. So again, cover letter, preview, AI suggestions, direct edit. So it's analyzing in the background. It's going to say analyzing until it gives you a resume score. And then once you get the resume score, so that's 78. This person's professional summary was to obtain an entry-level position with a regional public accounting firm with a special interest in corporate tax accounting. Let's generate that. I have a Bachelor of Science in Finance, practical experience in bookkeeping and accounts payable, which I gained during my internship at Anderson, Smith & Jones. My strong attention to detail, blah, blah, blah. That's great, right? That's sweet, simple. It adds it right there. These assisted with the annual audit, collaborated on the annual audit, identified significant posting error that resulted in recovery over. It basically just makes your resume so easy to read and tailored towards these jobs. If you wanted to just sit and apply for a bunch of jobs one day, which is what everyone wants to do, but then they get in the process, you sit down, even if you find all these jobs, it's kind of overwhelming just sitting there and going through each individual job description, seeing what you need to put, versus this is telling you, hey, change this to this because they want you to be this person. You're qualified for the job. You just need this to tell you, what do I change to make them know that I'm qualified for this job? So that's what this is doing. We're going to generate the cover letter here. Let's calculate the job match as well. And it's going to say 4 out of 5, which is good, right? If you get 1 out of 5, it's like, hey, maybe I'm missing like a law degree. Maybe I didn't take the bar and I needed to take the bar for this. And again, here's the cover letter, which you could download, and you could download the new PDF of your resume. So there's the updated resume. Everything looks awesome. It's easy to read, and these are going to pass the ATS system. So that's what you're trying to get over. When you submit a resume, sometimes computers are declining your resume. So you think some human looks at your resume and is putting you in the no pile, when it could just be their computer system separating them, filing one into yes pile, one into no pile. That was a cool experience. I actually liked Alcoholic, but he's now Al Johnson. I actually liked how that worked and how it made it look, and how it actually matched the job that he was applying for, to the point where even the AI summary match score said 4.5 out of 5. So I didn't realize by looking, his resume was so bad that I didn't realize by looking at all of this overlap text, I couldn't even read it. But once it was kind of clear, all of his positions, district sales manager, national sales manager, I didn't even see that when I looked at this right here. I was just almost like just blinding. And this is a really bad example, but there are people who make their designed resumes and they make them super fancy. People don't really want that unless you're in a super specific field, industry where they kind of pride themselves on creativity or something like that. I'm not too sure even. I think even in those fields, hiring managers don't want to have to look around for all this information. They want it kind of a simple, like this, where it's just summary, education, work experience, skills, activities. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and like if you actually enjoyed the content. If you didn't enjoy the content, maybe leave a comment and say, this sucks, this is horrible, whatever you want. I didn't like the design, or I tried the website and I didn't like it. I'm honestly fine with any feedback, negative, positive, whatever it is. And maybe I could change it and change your mind about the web app, so that you end up not even using it, but just liking it and saying, okay, this person took my feedback and did it, because I'm willing to learn from anyone. And yeah, I hope you guys liked it. Peace.